Okay, let's work with a practice technique that I called the groups of three. I don't know if anybody else calls it that, but I do. That's how I like to communicate it with my students. This technique we're going to apply to a pentatonic scale, a minor pentatonic scale in A minor. It's a good place to start, and we're going to use position 1. So if you already know what I mean by position 1, A minor pentatonic scale, that's great. If not, then you may want to check that out elsewhere. But it basically looks and sounds like this. You can also think of this as a C major pentatonic scale, but that's a different subject, and we'll just leave that for now, okay? So in this particular practice technique, the goal is to play 3 notes and then go back 1 note and then play the next 3 notes in the scale, go back 1, play the next 3 notes. And so it looks and it sounds like this. Then descending like this. So you kind of see how those groups of 3 work together, and it's just it's a good exercise just to get you familiar, get your hands, get that muscle memory going in the hands, and then also get your mind thinking a little bit about scales, and rather than just going up a scale in a linear fashion, kind of going up in a wave-like motion, so that you're not always going up. You're going up and then going back a little bit and then going up and back a little bit. So it gives you a little different perspective on what this scale sounds like and feels like. So after you're at that point and you're feeling pretty comfortable on that, the next thing that you will want to do is to go into position 2, and then position 3, position 4, position 5. So get comfortable with those positions using this same groups of 3 technique. I'll show you position 5, and I'm going to use it lower down the neck rather than all the way up on the neck here. I'm going to go to position 5 here. Now, if I didn't use groups of 3, position 5, just straight ascending and descending, looks and sounds like this. Okay, and essentially that's exactly the same scale. There's 1 additional note at the bottom and 1 less note at the top, but you're playing exactly the same notes, you're just using a different position. So I'm going to assume that you are pretty familiar with positions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if we're doing the groups of 3 in position number 5, for instance, it's going to look and sound like this. descending, the scale looks and sounds like this. Those last on the end there. I have this habit of wanting to end up on the tonic. Sorry about that. Anyway, so that'll be the first part of this, is to get those groups of three, practice them in all scale positions, get so that you're familiar and comfortable with them. Then after that, the next assignment, so to speak, is to start removing those gaps. So we're not going bum, 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 bum. We're gonna shrink those gaps so that we have a look and a sound like, or we have a sound like bum, 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 bum. So we're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. So it looks and sounds like this, and we'll go back to position 1 for this example here. And then descending looks and sounds like this. Okay, and if you're a big fan of classic rock like me, you'll probably recognize that a lot of people were practicing this type of lick in the late 60s, early 70s, and you hear this lick showing up on a lot of hot guitar solos from that time period, and it still shows up now and again. But again, it's a great practice technique. So your goal is to remove those gaps so that you've got an endless string, so to speak, of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and that should get you a pretty good way in terms of starting to build that muscle memory, starting to think in terms of groups of 3, that sort of thing. The next thing then would be to start to bring in some right hand techniques to this. You notice that when I was doing these scales earlier, I was doing all down strokes. The next thing to start working into this is to alternate your downstrokes and upstrokes. So you're doing alternate picking. So bum, 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 bum. So that your right hand is constantly doing this kind of pendulum motion here. And a lot of us like to rotate the wrist while we're doing this. It helps keep things smooth and a little more precise. So that would look and sound like this. Okay, so now you're doing left hand and right hand training here, and you're doing muscle memory on both of those hands. You're working in that scale, and that's a really good exercise. And I encourage you to do that in sticking with A minor at first or C major, which is the same thing. And getting all familiar with all your different positions. Once you get to feel very, very comfortable with that, then I'm going to highly encourage you to start branching out and going into other keys. I'll give you a quick example here. Let's move out of A minor pentatonic and move to, let's try B minor pentatonic as an example here. So that's going to look and sound like this. Okay, hope that makes sense, because you will want to, your end goal is to be able to do this in all 5 different pentatonic shapes or positions in all keys. So you've got a lot of work ahead of you here, but you got to trust me, it really, really pays off in the long run. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later.